Hi everyone, welcome back for another whiskey review. Now I'm sitting here tonight on a bit of a marathon effort discovering some drams out of this advent calendar, which was very graciously gifted to me all the way back in 2018 or 2019. And I'm on to whiskey sample number 5 out of this particular Drinks by Dram advent calendar, which is the Dubliner. Now, I actually have tried a different Dubliner, and a lot of it actually, probably many bottles over the years, which is the Dubliner, the liqueur, which is just a favorite sweet whiskey of mine, or a sweet liqueur, which is whiskey driven. But this one is their, I guess, the actual proper whiskey presentation, which is a blend of 3-year-old single malts and 3-year-old single grain whiskey. Now beware, very light, triple distilled whiskey, barely aged for 3 years, and presented to us at 40% ABV. So I'm not expecting great things, but it's part of the advent calendar, and I've committed to doing more whiskey reviews this year, so we're going to review this particular whiskey. Now, I've been talking a lot tonight while doing the reviews about these wax seals they put on the samples. Such a good concept by Drinks by Dram. Protects and keeps your spirit together. In my case, it's been sitting there for, 5-6 years, protecting the whiskey. Now, I've done no research about this particular whiskey. Who makes it? Where does it come from? I've already said I like the liqueur they do. I think it's one of the best whiskey liqueurs I've ever tried. I would highly recommend you to look into it. But I genuinely don't know who actually makes this whiskey or where in Ireland it's made. So I'm just approaching it raw, but young whiskey. I've said that once before too. And you look at the color, very light. Very light in color. Bottled at 40% ABV. What is a bit disappointing though, and I'm sure they would have done it. I'm pretty sure Drinks by Dram would not have done it. When I saw that there's a sample of Dubliner in it, I got actually a bit excited. I was like, oh cool, something I really like. But then I thought to myself, no, they wouldn't put that in there because that's technically a whiskey liqueur. And this is supposed to be a whiskey advent calendar. So it is the actual whiskey that they release. Right, very light in color. Let's see what's it like on the nose. Sweet. Just a bit of honey and quite a lot of spirity, youthfulness, you can say. I mean, in terms of, for the purpose of the reviews tonight, I've been sitting here trying different drams. I did try the Wolfman Aurora, which is also quite a young whiskey, around 3 years old when it was first released. I'm not sure what's happening to the composition of the whiskey now, but at least that one was jumping on the nose a bit. There was an oiliness to it. There was a bit of sweetness to it. Where this is very one-dimensional. Just honey. That's all I get. I'm really not getting a lot more. All right, let's see what's it like on the palate. Hopefully there's a little bit more on the palate. Very soft. Very soft. Actually, and the honeyed sweetness carries on the palate as well. Very light. Not a lot going on, I must say. Not a lot going on the palate. Just a honey sweetness. Maybe just a touch of spice. But hey, this whiskey may please some people, especially if you don't like too much of the peat or too much of the spice from the sherry, and you do like a light, refreshing whiskey. It will serve a good purpose for you, but maybe it will come useful in a cocktail as well. That could be another good purpose for this whiskey. But in terms of drinking in neat, not personally a big fan. Just a quick note, I actually have not seen it available in New Zealand either. I've always seen just liqueur I've been mentioning, and that's what I'm craving now. I'm going to have to open another bottle. But the whiskey itself, maybe give it a miss, unless you can find it really cheap and you do want to try it the one time. but definitely not a lot happening from very specifically a perspective of drinking a neat whiskey for good flavors and smell. There's not a lot going on. But that's all I've got to say about this particular whiskey. If you are liking the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the very near future for another whiskey review. See you later. Bye-bye.